Nice. What is going on, guys? It's Gifted Hippos here, and today I'm going to be bringing you an absolute banger of a video. We're going to be playing the newly buffed Absorbing Varmits in Diamond League, trying to push up to Heroes League. The card is absolutely insane right now. Like, Windmakers was already a good card, and then they just took Windmakers and made it an 8 strength body that pulls other stuff as well. Like, it's absolutely great. You guys are going to see. We are playing it in a sort of bum rush Ironclad deck. We're just going to be gunning down our opponents. And then the instant they try and take back frontline, yoink, we pull everything. Game over. Right here, I don't know what deck our opponent's playing. It looks like Swarm Runners. Yeah, it has to be Swarm Runners. It's just a weird list. Like, I don't know a Swarm Runners deck that runs Demotivating Strike. You know, we could just get into Leaf Petters here, but that's no fun. Let's go for the kill. I want our cheesy lures in the corner. Nice. Alright, chances we get hit by Hunter's Vengeance here, very high. Yeah, extremely high that we get hit with Hunter's Vengeance. Okay, just the Twilight Prowlers. So yeah, this is where that Absorbing Varmints is going to come into play. Next turn, we want to pull that back. But for now, I think we're perfect. Okay. I think we're perfectly content to just cycle the Absorbing Varmints, considering how bad that went. Let's just go full aggressive. Why not? Really, why not? We could get a free 10 damage right here. And then whatever he plays, completely ignore it. The power of Ironclad. Yeah, guys, Absorbing Varmints is busted. Like, in combination with Boomstick, you just have two things that consistently deal damage to units that are coming towards your base. So they can't go aggressive against you, and they really can't defend, because how do you defend against Windmakers and Tikas? They're going to get through somehow. Oh, that's very unfortunate. He had Boomstick. That's fine. It's fine. We'll just cycle Windmakers, because we have way too much damage. We have so much damage that we can do already. Ooh, could run into Leaf Powders, but no thank you. Let's just play the slow game. Okay, that was not good at all, but it's fine. Play Boomstick here, and hopefully he does not have a Windmakers of his own. I would be very sad. Looks like, yeah, Kilroy is running Twilight Prowlers, a bunch of cheap units, and yeah, just some runners. Okay, this is a good matchup for us. Pretty good matchup for us. Dark Harvest. Oh. So he was banking that he did not get unlucky there, which I just find crazy. Like, why would you ever gamble? Who likes gambling? Alright, we can get a full clear. This is pretty cool. So Tikas to clear and trade, and then Destructobots, and then Cheesy Lures. We're going to play them far back so that way we retain frontline, hopefully. Although against this guy, there's just a chance that we don't retain the front line at all. Probably going to be cycling unstable build. Okay, yeah, we are definitely not retaining any bit of front line. That is crazy. Are Rapid Mausers actually a playable card? Who knows? Who in the world knows? Alright, let's see. No need for unstable build. Nice, we can run up the field. That's good. Slightly. We can only slightly run up the field. Alright, Absorbing Varmints. Just want to get them out of my hand. They're a cool card to play anyways. Green Prototypes. Saber Paws. We're just going to play Erratic in the back. It's probably going to die somehow. But maybe it'll like move up and block for a couple turns. This is a pretty decent situation. We're both even. I would prefer this game to not go on too long though, because he has a lot of burst potential. Whereas we have like chip potential and board control. You know what I mean? So the higher the mana, generally you don't want to go against a more explosive deck in higher manas. Let's see, Twilight Prowlers. Okay, he has another 4. We could see like a Saber Paws plus Green Prototypes. I think that's what we'll see. Yep. Or sorry, Gifted. That's what I meant. Ooh, wait. I think we can make a fun play right here. We can pull it back. No, actually, there's not even a need for that. Just cycle Destructobots, right? Because we're definitely not playing that. Alright. Ooh, wait, this makes it even better, yeah. Okay, so Boomstick, Wingmaker's cheesy. Is that what I'm seeing? Wingmaker's Boomstick cheesy. Yeah, might as well. It's a good play. So now this leaves us with Frontline. We got tons of units. This is good. This is good. Honestly, I could have left that Trilet Prowlers. I just don't like giving this guy Frontline because of the high amount of runners that I'm seeing. And I haven't seen Hunter's Vengeance, so there's really no punish to all of this. But I guess we'll find out. If he does gain Frontline again, we have Absorbing Varmits. Ooh, Leaf Patters. That is very neat. Very neat, good sir. And then Demotivating Strike. That's cool. That's cool. Boomstick. Oh, buddy. Guys, he's playing greedy. We need to punish him. Okay, of course our Lost Psyches decides not to let us punish him that well. But it's fine. It's fine. Because at the end of the day, we're living. Oh, this is so good. Yep. Check this out, y'all. Absorbing Varmint. Ka-chow. That's some good value right there. We'll just get a cheesy in. Bam. Block it with Unstable Build. So that's the strength of this. He tries to go aggressive, he fails. He tries to play defensively, he fails. No matter what you do, it's a losing game. This is such a cool card, such a cool design. If you guys build this deck, I really recommend playing probably this list. But if you want to change out any cards, you can also play it with Hearth cards. Play it with Hearth cards if you want. It just changes the playstyle a little bit. You can play it with Eloth and Greengale Serpents. That's also another way to play it. Just makes you play a bit more defensively, but that's fine. Yeah, I mean, really, the world is your oyster. Just play a whole bunch of fast-moving cards, and you'll get there. So this hand is horrible, as you guys can see. Like, I'm just going to be using Windmakers to move up, and that's insane. Let's go like this. We'll do Tikas. A Boomstick Officers. We'll just play a GP on the left side. Something to put on pressure. Oh, yeah. So good. Such a good hand. Look at all that beefiness. 8 strength. All these relatively cheap units with good abilities having 8 strength is insane. And then we got Unstable Build 2 for 9. Like, what? Destructibots 2 for 6. Ironclad has some fat booties. It's crazy. So his hand might just be like Saberpaw's Gifted. So he doesn't have many good plays. He has to trade into the green prototypes. Just not something he wants to do. Yeah. Alright, and then probably Saberpaws on the left-hand side. Dark Harvest? No way. This poor soul. Alright, so first off, we have to start with Lost Psyches. We do have to start with Lost Psyches. Yep. And then we'll play Absorbing Varmits to keep it in cycle. We'll play Unstable Build and then Destructibots. And which way do we want Twilight Prowlers to go? I don't really think we care, but we don't want to stay on this baseline. So we'll play it here. Alright, that didn't go very well. Pinged the wrong thing, but it's fine. Next turn, we can set up a Cheesy Lures to pull any blocker out of the way, and then play Leaf Patters and Wild Saberpaws. It's going to be so much fun. And also, if we're doing a mana calculation, 5 plus 3, 8. And then we have 2 plus 1, which is 3. 11 mana, so we can trade Erratic Neglects. Hopefully find a 3-drop like Tika's. That would truly complete it. Let's see, our opponent's thinking a lot, though. I don't think he has a way to clear all this. Rapid Mousers, wow. That is not doing anything against Unstable Build. Boomstick Officers, okay. That was actually pretty nice to find that. Leaf Patters. Oh, can he get the full clear? Oh, he can't. This guy. Alright, looks like that's going to be game. Look at the power of... Oh no, we're off by 1. Wait. We're still off by 1, but we can base lock him. And that's probably good enough. Yeah, let's just... I don't even want to give him the chance to push up. Because he has Demotivating Strike. So running that. Saberpaws, green prototypes, and we should draw Tikas right here. No, it was okay. This is way out of place. We should have drawn Tikas, or even Windmakers. So 9 times out of 10, there we were going to get lethal. But it's fine. The shuffler's not broken, guys. It just had a headache or something like that. It was just having a bad day. Give it a break. Green prototypes. Grim quarters. Wow. I commend this guy for his determination, but sadly it's over. Or is it? Yeah, it's over. We'll move up. Tikas to gain frontline. And then we were running for 2 damage. Good game, Kilroy. Explode. Nice. We found that one guy who put his phone number or social security number as his ID again. What a goat. Don't need Varmits yet, but they're cool. They're always a cool card to have in your hand, but like you don't need them. In this matchup especially, I think I need Windmakers early to clear a Scrap Planners or something like that. My fault. They don't even clear Scrap Planners. There's certain cards you need to clear. Like Siege Breakers. That's a good one. Yep. I predicted that. I definitely predicted that. Alright, no need for Leaf Batters. Sadly, he didn't play it where I could get a Cheesy Lures on that. But it's okay. Our next turn is looking great. We got Destructobots into Cheesy Lures, Wild Saber Paws into Cheesy Lures, or we can just play Erratic Destructobots, Wild Saber Paws. Very versatile hand. I'm expecting a Green Gale out of him into possibly a Gifted Recruits or Unstable Build. Okay, he just has Destructobots, probably Link Golems as well. Unhealthy Hysteria, what a monster. Alright, we're 100% going to punish him for that right now. So no need for probably Erratic. No, Erratic's a good card in this hand. You know what? We'll just keep everything. Because I like having a 2-drop, a 1-drop, and then a 3-drop next turn. So let's keep this. This is good. We'll just play the Saber in the corner. The reason I did not play Destructobots, despite it being 1 more strength, is that it has a chance to clear our own Windmakers. Which I don't want. I want every unit I can on this field. Because it's pretty difficult for Ironclad to clear 3 units in 1 turn. I mean, without green prototypes, obviously. Especially since he just used Destructobots, he's going to have like exactly Gifted Recruits or Saber Paws into Green Gale or Boomstick Officers. Okay, as another Gifted. This is fine, not optimal, but fine. No need for Unstable Build. Nice, we found our Lost Psyches. So we're just going to do something like this. Destructobots here. Lost Psyches. And then we will use Erratic Neglects to block. That's fine. Next turn we'll trade Leaf Patters, and then hopefully we can use Tikas to get past his blockers, Boomstick Officers, and then green prototypes on his baseline. And since I know he has Unstable Build and Cycle now, because he hasn't played it yet, Hearthguards? This guy is insane. This man might just be a menace to society. I love it. I absolutely love it, but he's just a menace. At this point, I don't even think I have to trade Leaf Hatters. I just go all in. Yeah. Alright, Boomstick right here. We'll get the Tikas. And let's just jam a green prototypes right in the middle of his baseline. Bam. Yep. It's the power of it. We just ignore everything. Ignore everything, go full aggressive, and look who's here. Absorbing Varmits. So if he does perchance not allow us to get lethal, we can still just clear everything. I love this buff so much, guys. My very honest opinion is I think that Absorbing Varmits went from like a D tier card to being a B tier and possibly even an A tier card. They're very, very good. Oh, is that it? Is that game? If he has Destructobots, that's not enough. Oh, that's game. GG. Mr. 906. We're gonna leave batters in for game. Alright, that was a good match. I'll see you guys in the next one. Alrighty, hopping into our final match, we're up against LSG03. 18 base health, Swarm player, in the wonderful rank of Diamond 2. We're going second with a pretty good hand, just have to cycle Leaf Patterns and see what we get. But we are able to use all of our 4 mana. Ooh, that is so good. We can get the green prototypes buff. What else does he give? Oh, this game's over. This game is over. I'll trade first on principle. But Cheesy Lures gaining that easy GP buff. And now it's going to be vitalized and walk down the field. And the green prototypes of our own. So now he probably has to ignore anything that he probably has to ignore all of our units now. Meaning that we get to use our strategy to full effect. Or he can just give us tons of things to nuke with Windmakers. That's also an option. We don't need Tikas necessarily. Yeah, we don't need Tikas. Ooh, but I do like this play. Windmakers plus Erratic gives us the exact same amount of strength as Boomstick plus Unstable build? Am I blind? Let's see. Windmakers will be left with 1 strength, and Erratic will be left with 1 strength. Unstable build will be left with 1 strength, and Boomstick will be left with 2. But in terms of utility, I think we have to keep the Windmakers. Let's do this. Yeah, and it also helps smooth out our curve, because we've only played 1 2-drop so far, whereas we've seen 2 3-drops. Therefore, we're more likely to get a 2-drop. Okay, Doppelbox. Unluckily. Okay, we're fine. I was going to say, unluckily, the one in front was 2 strength, because that means that Windmakers can't touch it, but it's actually good for us. So we're going to play Destructobots first, because I don't want the damage to hit our Windmakers after it goes through this. We'll play Windmakers. Trade Erratic Neglects. No, we'll keep... Okay, we're not going to... We might draw green prototypes, but that game's over. Alright, that was way too quick, so let's get into another one. Nice, we're going up against UX. This guy is an absolute beast. And our opening hand is horrible. Oh, this is going to be a long game. This is going to be a very, very long game. So if you guys don't know, UX is a member of our community that is on the Discord. And he plays the deck that I got #1 in the world with. And he's getting very, very good at it. Like, scary good. So every time I see him, I just get frightened. I'm like, oh no, what are we in for today? Also, I probably should have played Saber Paws into Unstable build there, but I was afraid that I wasn't going to draw a 1-drop. Or sorry, not a... Yeah, a 1-drop next turn to pair with our Varmits. So I'd rather play a 4 for a curve, but in terms of card quality, I would have liked Wild Saber Paws into Unstable build. It looks like he's going to ignore... Oh, this is such a bad hand for him right now. Honestly, this game might be over. Because we can just Boomstick Officers here. And then... I mean, we can play an Unstable build, but we don't even need to. Let me think. He can play Erratic into Toxic Sacrifice. So if I play Wild Saber Paws, it gets worst. And then worst case scenario, he really just plays Bragda and ignores this, but he can't afford to do that. I'll get rid of Cheesy. It doesn't help us in any scenario. We'll just play Unstable build. Let's play it safe. Because I do not want him to have Erratic plus Toxic Sacrifice and get back a little bit of his initiative. If he plays Bragda, his Frogs will go up to 8 strength, meaning Lost Psyches plus Destructobots plus Green Prototypes will clear both of them, but I don't want to do that. Instead, if he does play Bragda, I will just ignore the first Frog, okay? Go aggressive with Lost Psyches, Destructobots, Green Prototypes. And then, next turn, I'll pull back the other one with Arm Schemers. So regardless of what he does here, I think this game is over. He doesn't have a way to block. Bragda won't do anything. And Erratic plus Toxic Sacrifice isn't going to get him far. Copperskin plus Toxic won't get him far either. might just be blocking, though. Heliotroopers, maybe? That's probably what else he has. Or Toad. Oh, he's just going to pass turn. C3, that's not game on board yet. But I don't know how he comes back from this. Yeah, we can just play player Destructobots up. Green prototypes here. And Lost Psyche's aggressive. And we have the Leaf Batters next turn. We could have also went aggressive with our green prototypes. I didn't find it necessary because 2 extra damage doesn't do that much, even if it did go in. I would just rather guarantee that no silly shenanigans happen. So Heliotroopers, he does have Toxic Sacrifice, okay. Well, this might be one of those silly shenanigans. And he probably has the Dubious Hags as well. If I were a betting man. Okay, he does play them defensively. Smart. So we can either keep Leaf Batters, cycle it. I don't want to cycle Leaf Batters, but I think we have to. So let's just get rid of those. Yeah, we drew an Unstable build. That would not have been good to keep them. What about this? We can give him... We just don't want him... Okay, he can't move up. No, he can. He has green prototypes in cycle. He can move up with green prototypes and hit our green prototypes. So to stop that, since he doesn't have Dubious Hags, let's go Tika's here and Absorbing Varmits in the middle. He just used Toxic Sacrifice, so he can't use Azure Hatchers into Toxic Sacrifice. And then from here, we just jam everything with Windmakers. Unstable build and Arachnid Glex, maybe Cycle Boomstick. We're going to try and control his cycle. Make him awkward, because if he lines us up in the correct cycle and he fills the board even once with a bunch of frogs, we're in a lot of trouble. Okay, so that has our Hatcher, yeah, as we thought, but he doesn't have Toxic Sacrifice, so this is not that bad. Yep. Okay, green prototypes. And booms, that's pretty good for him, but it's still going to trigger. Oh, he's saying good game. I don't know. Guys, never surrender before your opponent shows you lethal. We didn't even have it. This is the deck right here. I know I already showed it in the beginning, but in case you missed it, just tons and tons of rodents, tons and tons of ancients, and of course, our boy Absorbing Varmits, and our beautiful runners. This deck is a masterpiece. I love it. Speaking of loving it, love all you guys. Thank you for all the support recently. It has been absolutely amazing. Hopefully one day, Stormbound Games can host a beautiful tournament that we get to cast, and it will all be because of you guys. So if you liked the video, drop a like, drop a comment your favorite part, or your favorite way to play with the rodents. And with that said, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Peace.